is you put your hands out a bit like this and squat with the hands out. Right. Ah! Yeah.
Oh, I hit the head.
Yeah, yeah. I hit my head a lot.
Yeah, they're tall, right?
Yeah, they're much taller. But you're tall. Tremendous muscular effort. He tossed the half-ton to the earth beyond his knees. Who can do that now?
Boom, and welcome to another video of the Flowing Dutchman. Now, as you can see, I'm in America, and we got a very, very special friend who lives here, and he's actually really knowledgeable about all the stuff that I'm interested in. So the ancient cultures of India, Persia, Greece, everything about clubs and maces. And his name is Tom Billinge. Tom. Yes.
Hi.
There you go. And yeah, we've been ever since I picked up something that I could swing. I think we've been following each other.
Yeah, I believe so.
It's been a really
the same. I think the same for me too. As long as I've been swinging, I've been following you. So.
It's been a long lead up to this point, and as you can see, there's something here as well, which is WarYoga. And Tom is the founder, owner. What is it? CEO?
I'm the
administrator.
Yeah, I guess. I administer WarYoga. Yeah.
You administer WarYoga. Yeah. Oh, that's super cool. So we're going to learn a little bit more about that today. He's got a lot of knowledge about this. He's written books, all the stuff. So we're hoping to pick his brain a little bit today, see some of his tools, and yeah, basically enjoy the time together. Now we have it.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to it. Can't wait to get into it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Oh, Tom! Whoa, what are you doing? What are you doing, Tom?
Oh, my leaves out the way. Ta-da! This is where it all is. All the gear. Got the Gadas. Got some Gadas I made a long, long time ago when I first started out. In fact, this one's the first one I ever made. A long time ago.
Oh.
And it says strong to the finish, just like Popeye. It's old. It's had that a long time. But yeah, I've got a whole bunch of those. I've got like a nail Gada.
Oh yeah.
That was only about £15, so that's quite light. And then we've got Nal.
Oh wow.
You know, I had to make these because in India they're made completely of stone.
Yeah.
And I had to figure out how to make them. And this was the first one I made. And it cracked a lot because I made it in the winter, and concrete does not cure well under freezing point. And so I made it. That's why it's all held together with string. But I figured out to use a wooden dowel inside, and had to figure out double can on the inside. It was a process. I actually put a video on YouTube how to make them. So I got that, and then I've got these bigger ones. It's like £120 maybe.
Wow.
£110. And then the garnals. It's like a light one, so only about £60, and they've got about 100 and 110, 120, so 110. Yeah, and all the Gadas. 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 65, and then this one's 15.
You got them all?
20. Yeah, I've got everything from 15 to 55 and then the 65 after.
And you've got Joris?
Got Joris.
That's beautiful.
These big ones, they're Paul Wolkowinski's patterns that we use to make those. So those are great. They're awkward things to swing. Can be kind of tricky. And then, yeah, I've got some Samtola. It's like Samtola here. I made it for the workshop, and a heavier one here. They're all homemade, as you can see. They're not those beautiful handcrafted ones that you get in India. And then bricks, because everybody needs bricks. If you're going to do dans or sapates, this is your best friend. And then some light dumbbells for doing dumbbell stuff, but I've got heavier ones inside I use.
And a Kabbadeh.
And a Kabbadeh.
Can you tell something about that?
Yeah, this is a really interesting tool. It's from Iran, so I actually brought this back from Iran when I was there. Yeah, it's a very interesting tool. It's made of steel. It's used above the head in a swinging fashion. It's probably the most awkward tool I've ever worked with because the movement pattern for it is unusual, you know, to say the least. This one's 16 kilos. It's probably a little bit too heavy to really learn how to do it properly. But I decided if I was going to bring back one Kabbadeh from Iran in my lifetime, it should be one that I could probably use when I even got better at doing it. So that's my 16 kilo Kabbadeh. Yeah, that was fun to bring back. I brought it back from Iran as part of my luggage. And it got back to came back, you know, via Istanbul to JFK here. It made it.
Great.
That's how you do that. Yeah, that's it. Your feet can be quite close together. Yeah, you'll get there. Good. Arms are at the perfect angle. That's the right angle. And then you want to try and sway your feet.
You have to use your pivot?
Feet, yeah. So whichever side is that side's out, this is the knee that's up, and then this knee's up. But you don't want to pivot your hips. That's why I have trouble. Yeah, better. Yeah.
Oh, I hit my head.
Yeah. I hit my head a lot. Really. It takes a lot of practice. Try and bend it. Yeah, it's hard. And the thing is, it's an endurance game with that thing, because you just feel it getting, every rep it gets a little bit heavier feeling, you know, hands are up here.
It's pretty difficult.
It's a really strange movement, like compared to the kind of movements that a lot of people and doing what we do are used to. This is like not in that same realm almost. It's like its own thing.
I heard that that it was really the idea of throwing a rope over the castle or like doing something overhead.
Yeah.
It makes sense because the mules, they work the shoulders, but they keep everything connected to the back as well, tight. And you never really go above the head.
Yeah.
You do that with Indian clubs or light clubs.
Yeah.
Do you go above the head, but not like in the Persian system?
Not for a kind of that prolonged period of time.
No.
Because the thing with that is it's up here for like quite an extended period of time. I mean, the competitions they'll do it. It'll be several minutes, you know, of this. They do it for reps, and then they do what's called shirin kari. So everything inside the Persian system, the Iranian system, has a fancy version of it where you can play with it. You know how they do the different meal swings?
Yeah.
It's like to show off a bit. And shirin kari means sweet moves, basically, like sweets. They call it sweets when they translate it, but it means like a sweet affair is the exact translation.
Sweet affair.
Yeah, so it's the sweets. It means it's sweet, you know, as in it's beautifully, it's like tasty, sweet flavour. And so with the Kabbadeh, they've got they literally spin it around their head and spin it around their body.
Oh yeah.
And then they'll put it on their shoulders and do the chark, which is the full body spins and stuff. So they do all that stuff with this.
Wow.
You know, so it's pretty cool. Like when I've got my my teacher, Maysam Rafahi, in Iran. He's my Kabbadeh teacher. I've got a video of him doing like some pretty fancy stuff with it, and it's like wow, it's amazing. And he's doing it with one that's like 22 kilos.
It's really interesting that in the Iranian system you actually find a lot more flow.
Yeah.
They seem to be like they have their standards
Yeah.
and the fixated movements, but they also appreciate the creativity and the play
Yes,
with it.
They do.
Yeah.
Like that's definitely part of it, is the idea of sort of showing off your flair.
Right.
So you've got all the standard things, and so when you're in the Zircone practice, in the Zircone, there's everyone doing the same stuff at the same time.
Yeah.
But then the guys, there's moments where it's like this is an appropriate moment to start using your fancy moves when you want. So usually during the 4 count,
Yeah.
which is called the gavorge.
Gavorge.
Gavorge. It's a Turkic word, actually, Mongol word, I think, originally, which came into Persian language, into Iranian language. But when they're doing the 4 count swing, that's when maybe one of the guys in the middle, who's one of the senior guys, will start sort of into that same, because that 4 count is a good, you can keep the same rhythm as all the people doing that, and that's when they'll really play with that, and the sang and the Kabbadeh, they're usually performed either before the main practice or after the main practice, so they're like separate kind of disciplines.
Yeah.
And they will do that in competition. In competition, the fancy stuff, like so. My teacher Azim, Mr. Azim, he for the sang, he will.
Sang is the Persian shield.
Shield, yeah. So Azim Rahimi, he will do these amazing different turns of the sang as he's lifting them, and it's like this whole amazing kind of geometric patterns he makes with them. And it's not just when they're in the flat part, even when he lifts them, he'll have them so they're stacked in certain ways and different angles. And like, so he's the current Iranian champion.
And they're like 20, 30 kilos each, right?
No, the ones he did it with are 55 kilos each.
55 each?
Yeah, it's a 110 kilo pair. That's his pair. So that's his competition pair, is 110 kilo pair,
Oh,
so
yeah.
55 each.
I tried the 20 kilo each,
Yeah.
and it was, like the standard was okay, but once you start to like combine it together, it's like, wow, your shoulders they just blow up.
20 kilos is I think is a good place for like most people. This is good.
55 each.
55 each. Yeah,
Got some work to do.
he's amazing. He's amazing, but he's like a national champion. So he won his award for this particular routine he created. So that's the thing. Like each competitor or palavan will have like their own routine that they kind of build into this kind of very beautiful sort of like routine, almost like you see a gymnastic routine at the Olympics or something like that. It's like the same idea that you've built and designed your own kind of flow.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what we do at Dutch Flow Academy too.
Right.
Like we create these flows and then connect them together, and then you have these patterns, and then you want to replicate that.
Right.
And then you can increasingly like you just can keep on creating new things.
That's
That's really powerful. So it's really cool. I'm really excited to go to Iran one day.
They will be excited for you to be there.
Yeah.
So
Once I get in.
Once you get in, that's the work.
Cool.
That's the hard work. Yeah. Cool.
Well, let's see the other tools.
Yeah. That's it. Down that way. Then it comes really close to your back. That's it. And then down. Look for your legs at the bottom. Look for your legs. So come up. This hand here kind of crosses your head. It rolls around the back of your back, and then it comes down through. And this hand crosses your head. And it rolls around the back. And so it gives you a bend at the bottom, and then a side rotation through, so it gives you actually this incredible range of motion, in the spine. It gives you a lot of spine twist as well as bend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you feel it, feel it, feel it. Ooh.
Oh yeah, Santi.
You get it? Just feel it.
This is without the warm up.
No, without the warm up.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
I think that I have to practice to do some warm up before swinging those things.
You have to use your body to pull it. The right moment you'll feel when it turns, when the weight gets to the right place, and you feel you use your body, bump it up and into that pocket. Like, I love this Gada. It's my favourite. I had it a long time. I had it before I even came to this house. The Shiva Gada.
Right, your tricep. Let it go all the way behind your head. Feel how far you can go without overarching here. So keep your activation. So there you go. So press up, more to the side. So you press up towards your opposite shoulder, like that. And there you drop. No. Yes. Then you pull up. So the drop is much more letting go.
Okay.
So what you're doing now is you're holding, you're trying to pull it up like this. And the lower your hands go, the more the mace can actually drop. Like that. So there's more of a flow when you go fully behind your head.
Okay.
But it's about letting go. Low. Try to get your hands low. Yes. Right. Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, yes. Hold on, but let go. Yes.
Awesome.
A bit more, a bit more. Yeah, there you go.
Awesome, Richie. That's great.
Wow, so much easier.
Just with one tip.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't overarch.
Right colour for this time of year as well. This is the best collection of gadas in this part
In
of North
South
America.
Connecticut.
In South Connecticut.
In North South Connecticut.
In North South, any part of Connecticut. I'd take the title of most gadas in Connecticut.
Great.
But
Well, you get a prize.
well, the thing is, it's like to get this stuff, you have to make it.
Yeah.
And like it, I've made all of this. except for the Joris I didn't make because I can't turn. But I made everything else. I made the Samtolas, made the Nals. We should play with the Nals soon too. They're really fun. Oh, Santi's just about to do a 45. There he is, 45 pounds.
Well, he's made a Gada program recently, so he needs to do this.
He's just forging his Spanish steel.
Yeah.
Right there. He's hammering that Spanish steel.
This
Famous swords.
This is the real dip for the Gada Mace 101, Santi.
That's an awkward one, that 45. Something about the weight distribution is strange. Whoa. Weird. It's got a really weird bias. It feels different from the 40. The 50 swings better than this. Yeah? So this one's actually the weirdest swing. This one swings a lot better. This one. That's 40. This one's 50. This one's 50. Nice, man. Yeah.
Yeah, bye. Ah! Ah!
Nice, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, bye.
Yes. Get it.
Hey.
Awesome, man. Kalibari Akara style, where they turn their body like this. Yeah. And then there's also a Akara called Morchali Veer, and they do
Yeah, I've seen that.
This
Where
style.
they reach backwards.
where they lean their head back. So there's like two different, there's at least two, there's a lot of styles. Because like that one, I think it's Idul Khalifa, you know, the Muslim Akara, they do a kind of mix somewhere between the two of those, you know. But those are the two definite strong styles, which is the kind of Kalibari body twist. Like this. And then more sort of straight like this, more Charlie Veer, where they'll do it like this style. So there's like two different styles. But when you, so you just lift it up, boom. You know, I just hit my head on both sides, but it's fine.
It's fine.
It's part of your, and this is not really, well, so you lift it up like this, yeah? you're not really meant to just drop them down. The Indians
No.
get annoyed. You're meant to do this.
Yeah.
You know, if you just drop them straight down, they're going to
It's
get
also
get
pretty
shouted
dangerous, yeah.
because they might break. The handles might break, especially the old ones. So swing them up. Boom. Lean them on your shoulder. That's it. You
Yeah.
find there's that space, you know, there.
Yeah.
So yeah, keep your feet as wide as you like, just
Yeah.
wherever you feel comfortable. Turn. Drop. Yeah. Yeah.
You have to be sliding all the time?
No, well, no, you can take contact off. So look, if I, like when I do this one, watch here. Yeah.
Yeah?
It comes off
Ah, okay.
and then reconnects.
Okay, so.
Yeah. Reconnect.
Okay.
You want to keep it close to the shoulder.
Keep it closer.
Yeah, you don't want to go.
Hit
You don't want to go above the shoulder.
Otherwise, you end up getting you can hit your collarbone really badly too. Nice. Let it swing. Let it swing.
Yeah, pull it all the way down.
Let it go. Let it swing, just like anything. All the way down. Hand low to the back. Boom. Let it swing. Let it swing. Yeah, nice.
Oh, it feels so different.
Does it
Wow.
feel good though? That's the question. Is it good
It's
different
really
or
good.
bad different?
Oh. Oh, now I need a pair of these.
Welcome to my world.
Oh, shit. So they drop like that?
Boom.
Yeah.
And boom.
Yes. Jai Sitaram.
Thanks, Tom.
Awesome, man. Yeah, good, right? Fun.
That's really good.
That's awesome. Yeah, they're nice. Like the addiction of equipment that's like,
Oh, yeah.
oh no, now I need these.
No, I need this.
Oh man. Yeah, they're good. Those are good. And then we've got the big ones, which are more difficult. They're difficult. They're difficult not because they're heavy, but because of the shape.
Because, yeah, the
They're
shape.
so fat. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they're tall, right?
Yeah, they're much taller. But you're tall. I can't
Yeah, yeah,
swing them up
yeah.
like that. I've
No.
got to stand on something. and swing.
I know. This feels similar to the. Have you seen the nail ones, the blue ones?
Yeah.
This one, yeah,
Yeah, similar. in
yeah,
that length,
similar
yeah.
in length. So you
Yeah.
really, like, there's only one way you can really get them up,
Yeah.
is by doing it quicker than you want.
Yes.
So.
Yes. I'll stand on something and then jump down, you know, like the Indians do. Nice. Very good.
There we go.
Awesome.
Jai Shri Ram. WarYoga. That's Flow Academy. Tom Billinge.
Awesome. Wait a minute. What is that wizardry? Going in reverse.
They don't like that at all if I do that.
No, they don't. They don't like it if you deviate from the orthodoxy in any way, shape, or form.
But have you seen this one before?
No. Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome. You try and drop it low. Behind.
Not so easy.
Like this. So when it's here,
So big.
it's a rotation.
Not much for
right?
me, Herbert.
It's almost your size, Santi.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to try 2?
I don't know.
Just
Oh yes,
Wow.
you can do it.
Wow.
Try it. Same motion like
just
this one.
keep one down at all when you're swinging the other.
Yeah.
Pull all the way,
Yeah.
pull away, all the way, all the way.
And then the other one. Yeah. You need to pick up that way. Yeah, and then what you have to make sure see how the heads aren't going to clash too much. If you try and swing it when that one's there, notice how it hits the end. So when you do it, so this one's down a bit here, this one's down here. So come here, boom, swing, and then you notice again this one's ready to go, boom, and swing, and then this one's down and lower again, boom, and swing. Yeah, and so you never want the one that's going to go down, it's going to drop back to be above this one, because at the moment that it drops to swing, it's going to crash, and then it's going to go boom and drop to the floor like this.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Harbert. Shall we? If I'm going to, first way, if you want to take the pressure off your neck 100%, is you do this kind of genie. And so people can kind of do a genie like that and then squat.
Yeah.
Like this. Easiest way. Second, medium way, is you put your hands out a bit like this and squat with the hands out. But I like to have the weight 100% of my neck, because it's what the point of the garnal is, to kind of like, if you're a wrestler, like they pummel your head and you want to have a strong neck. And so from here, I just come all the way. And with one like this, you can just lift it up and on and off, yeah, because it's light. But there's also 2 other ways. You can either, it's just technology, yeah. The one way is you can do this, get your knees close to the garnal, put your head in, hands on the floor, lift up, step, up, and then do your squats, yeah. Or the other way is you can, I've seen it done like this, where they'll have it the other way around, they lift it onto the knees,
Yep.
put the head in through the knees like that. Up to you.
Or they have a higher plateau where
Yes.
it's on, and that's usually what they prefer though.
Yeah, they usually prefer it because it means they don't have to do the thing. But I noticed in the south, in like the
Bangalore.
Garadis, they often don't have any shelves or anything, so they have to do that. That's where I learned the lift onto the knees thing from Shiva.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Try.
The now.
We have 3 ways.
Got it now.
But any way you want.
And the
So
second
you
say is this one?
Yeah, and then put your head in.
Here.
Yeah. And then stand up.
So
Yeah,
this is
stand
the easy way.
Easy way. So you squat.
way.
Just squat low. Yeah, low
Yeah.
squat. Very low.
So we have the medium way here.
Yeah. Down.
Yeah. And the harder one is hardest
This.
one here. No?
Yeah.
Wow.
I touch the floor with my hand when I land to the bottom. That's how I know I feel I'm low enough. Garnal, the neck ring, the necklace of pain. Necklace of pain. It's good. That's the light one. This one is like 100 pounds maybe, something like 50 kilo maybe. This one you definitely have to
You have to have a neck like a Fernando Alonso.
no, this
Yeah.
this one you have to lift up. in this way. So this one I always take from the ground. Head in, hands down, up, here, up, and then here. People are trying to snap it down, you know? So I'll show you what I mean. Yeah, so if I'm wrestling, yeah, I need my head up. My opponent's trying to break my head down, to bring me down, yeah? So bring me to snap me down. And so this teaches me to keep this strong. When you see someone wrestling, they're never wrestling like this. They're always wrestling like this, head up. So this is, you know, pummel and hit you on the back of the head to try and bring it down. So this is a really amazing tool for keeping your neck strong, specifically in this way. Yeah, it's good. Gada. But there's other exercises. I mean, often you'll get it, people just put it on and just walk. You know?
That's what they do most often.
Yeah, they do. Walk around. Which isn't a very exciting exercise, but it's very effective because you just got a lot of time with your neck under this thing. And then there's one other exercise with it, which I can't do with this big one because I'm not strong enough. I don't know anyone who is. Which is
Push-up.
Push-ups with it. Okay. Why not? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I can't do it today. I feel my knees touching the floor. It's hard.
You did well.
It's hard.
Say my name, say my name.
Tommy Billinge. Yeah, flip it. Try it that way. Feels better for you? Yeah. There you go. Nice.
Solid. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's good.
It's more.
Now means stone, right? This one's the first one I made, so it's a bit rough. Those ones are better. But basically, you lift it up here. Yeah, and then from here, you'd basically do this sort of tricep extension. But there's a few interesting things because, like, with a lightweight like this, you can have it dead in the center,
Yeah.
no problem, and drop it down, control that drop. But the problem is you've got the top of the spine here.
Yeah.
With a heavy weight, you just basically crush your spine and you'd be in trouble. It'd be injury. So they tend to put it to the top of the trap.
Yeah,
On one
to the
side,
side.
slightly on the sides, because that's got cushion. So this one, this light one, yeah, it's easier to show with, but you kind of pop up, boom, yeah, for reps like that. There's other ways to lift these, but in the whole, like in Varanasi, the competition is just to lift this up. I mean, there's people, you can do like squats and stuff with it and all that kind of stuff, but it's not really the purpose of this.
They also lift it as a snatch.
Yeah, they do. That's in Rajasthan and South India, I think. In Varanasi is that one style, but yeah, they use it where they have like a really heavy one and a stick, and they'll like snatch up, yeah. But then what they'll do is when they've snatched it up, they've got the stick, and they'll use the stick to keep it balanced, and then lift it up, and then that's their move. But when they do it with those ones with super heavy ones. Like, I've not seen that in person.
I haven't either. I really want to.
Now I'm thinking maybe we should do a trip and just do that.
All right.
We're only going to go for now snatches. super
Nail
specific.
snatches.
Super specific. Why'd you go to India? Nail snatching, nothing else.
On the visa,
Yeah.
what's your purpose?
Nail snatching.
Tourist, business, nail snatching.
Nail snatching, right. But then, these ones are nicer. So they're... So when you lift it, this one's a bit heavier, right? So there's two grips. Some people grip like this. I grip like this, but both of them are okay grips to use. So on that bar in the middle, I grab it. The first thing I do is I lift it to here. And up to here like this. And from here, yeah, I'm gonna get my good base, be nice and relaxed. And I'm going to pop 1, 2, like this. Until they count and that reps that. And when you drop it, you have to drop it on its edge, not flat. Yeah. If you drop it flat, they can break. So in Varanasi, they get really upset if you drop them flat. But that's the now. I can.
Really?
Yeah. I can because I got maybe my hands are smaller. Nice. Nice. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Solid. That's good. That's good. That's good. See, it is a small space.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's because it's so difficult to actually make something. Like if it's carved out of stone, it's easy. But I'm not carving. I'm not a mason. So this is from 1907. Underwood and Underwood made these stereograms. So they had their photographers go around the world, and this one's from India, from Varanasi. This is Devi Dom, who's a famous, the guy who started Shervali Koti, Akara in Varanasi, and he is the nal guy, and he carved all his own nals, so he made all of them himself. So it says here Dabi Chaudhry Palawan, but his name was Devi Dom. And he was a strong man, and he weighed 170 pounds, 180 pounds maybe, 5'9", and he's here lifting a 960 pound now in 1907. And the thing is, they know it's 960 pounds. It's not like an inflated number, because the British government actually sent weights and measures guys there to test it and lift it. And the photographer on this, it says on the back, it's got the whole story on the back, and it says somewhere here, because the stone was authenticated by the British officials, 3 of us made an attempt to move it from its place and failed. It was brought to this position by Palawan unaided. In a seated posture, he tilted the stone from its flat surface to its edge between his knees, then lying prostrate, not prostate, he brought it upwards towards his chest. By efforts almost painful to witness, with elbows thrust down by his sides, he wedged himself beneath it until it was well over his chest, and a final effort was made. It was sublimity and muscular exertion. The muscles in chest and arms became more and more rigid, the veins stood out like whipcord. The half-ton of stone moved slowly upward, inch by inch. A tremor shook his whole frame. His eyes were closed in agony of effort. The great stone was sustained till the camera had secured this record. Then with a tremendous muscular effort, he tossed the half-ton to the earth beyond his knees. Huge. Like, I mean, who can do that now? No one.
Wow, that was so much fun. It was really great, Tom.
Hey, thanks.
It was really
thanks
great.
for coming. That's awesome.
Man, you've got the knowledge, man. You've got the knowledge. You've got the knowledge of how to do it, and then you've made the tools. You made your own sanctuary, and it's pretty spectacular. Like,
Thanks, man. No, it's like it's been a labour of love. Yeah, like it's.
yeah, you can tell. You can tell. And yeah, do you want to share a little bit about you obviously you've written books. So you've written books. One is called WarYoga.
Yep.
Could you tell something about that?
Yeah, sure. So WarYoga, the first WarYoga book is about the Indian. It's kind of a mix actually. It's about Indian Vyayam, the exercise system that's been used originally by Kushti wrestlers and then by just people who are into strength culture in India, the traditional Indian strength culture. But I also tie that in with Vedic spirituality. So the first half of the book is really about Vedic, which is the pre-Hindu religion of India, and how I tie that in all together so it becomes a physical spiritual practice. So the first WarYoga book is basically, it discusses spirituality, history, and also technique of the exercises and what they are and how to do them and why they're significant. But I've actually just written the second WarYoga book. It's going to be out maybe by the time anyone ever actually sees this video.
Yeah, probably.
It's going to be out really soon, and that's all about Iran. And it's a similar treatment. I take the ancient Avestan religion of Zoroaster, of Zarathustra, and I explore that and how that sort of evolves in time and merges as well with Islam. And then also the Zurkhaneh, which is the House of Strength, and their sports. Often people will say that the Iranian sport is Zurkhaneh, but Zurkhaneh means the House of Strength, which is where the sport's done. And the sport itself is called Varzesh-i Pahlavani, which is the heroic sport, the sport of the Pahlawans. The Pahlawans are, it means champion or hero, athlete. So the second WarYoga book does the same thing. It explores the Iranian tradition in both a physical and historical and spiritual synthesis. Is the best way of looking at it. So those are my WarYoga books.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, you've been investigating this for quite a bit.
Yeah, I have. Yeah,
Yeah.
a long time.
Do you know anything? Because I'm always interested in this, like distinction. But could you share a little bit about, the tendencies for both countries or both regions to kind of, claim that something is theirs? Because what I find when I travel to different places. Yeah. You find actually that, yes, club swinging, mace swinging, it's common in more countries than just one. But the techniques are relatively similar, and they, even in India, they differ from place to place.
Yeah, correct. So you have to look at it through a deeper lens, in a sense. You have to look kind of deeper. So I would argue that both the Iranian and Indian traditions come from the same ancestral group, which are the Indo-European people. They share a lot of deep ancestry, like very ancient ancestry. But then there's also been cross-pollination between those two countries. So two martial traditions went into north of India and into Iran from the same group of nomadic Central Asian people, these Indo-Europeans. Lots of people in India might argue with me and say it all comes from the southern tradition, and I think there was a southern tradition that may have melded in with a northern tradition ultimately to create that Indian system, which definitely evolved over time in this sort of little capsule of its own, and then this Iranian tradition evolved over time. But then what happened was actually there's a big synthesis, a big meeting during the Mughal period. So the Mughals were Turkic people who conquered the north of India, and that's where Delhi was their capital. It's got a lot of these kind of mosques, and they brought Islam into India at that time. And when they came in I think it's the 15th century, I might be wrong, it might be the 14th century, they brought lots of people from Persia, like wrestlers, because they were all Muslims, and they brought them a lot so they ended up being this interesting cross-pollination between the traditions. So, for example, Persian meals, the first time they're really encountered is after the Mughal period. So you could say the meal could actually be something that the Persians that went to India just saw the Indians swinging Joris or Mugda and took back their version of it to Persia, to Iran, and then it developed into its own system there. But then, example, if you go to Maharashtra province, they call an akar is called a talim. A talim comes from the Persian word talim khane, which means a house of instruction. And so they just got rid of the khane and kept the talim. But also you'll see in that part of India push-up boards, which you don't see somewhere like Varanasi particularly, or on the other side of India, but you do see them in Maharashtrian gyms, and those are probably came from Persia. Right. So there's been this sort of two-way traffic. So they both had some kind of martial tradition that came into the country, developed in that place, and then cross-pollinated in between the two of them. So to actually say, this is Indian, this is Iranian, you could probably break it down in some places to say, well, this thing maybe originates here and this thing maybe originates here. But ultimately, over time, they've kind of melded together so much that to say the practice is Indian or the practice is Iranian is sort of a false narrative. You know, it's like everyone likes to look at things in absolutes, right? Black and white, you know, and it's like, it's not, there's a grey area. So really, I don't think you can say that, yes, this is the Indians can say, we claim that all this is ours, and the Iranians claim, we claim all this is ours, because I don't think that's a valid argument. I think that the truth always lies somewhere in between, and I think that's what's
cool, man.
happened there.
Thank you so much.
No problem. That's my take.
I really appreciate all the work that you've done. I really appreciate all the efforts you've put into it, all the travels that you did.
Thank you.
And it's we're doing this, and we're helping the world get to swinging and know exactly where it comes from and what some of the things, the benefits are, and
find its roots a little.
Find its roots a little. And whatever you do, it's important that you know the roots, because usually when you do something, it is already done before.
Yes, nothing new under the sun.
Nothing new
Nothing
under the sun. Yeah, but it's fancy to do something that feels new, but yeah, there's a lot that has already occurred. And even though you feel like you just created something new, it's only a few years before you realize that it already exists.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Well, hope you enjoyed that, guys. Ooh, it's getting very, very light here. Beautiful sun. Love from Connecticut. Well, miss, I guess I'll be on my way now. You just give me a... Thank you for your attention, it's greatly appreciated. If you like the content, please consider to share, like and subscribe to my channel. If you want to see similar videos, you can see them over here. If you're interested in learning more from me as a coach, I've got online courses on DutchFlowAcademy.com. Keep flowing, Ram Ram.